Welcome to the Femap version 11.3 What's New video series. In this video we'll be looking at some of the new pre-processing enhancements for model visualization and view control, starting with the Draw Erase toolbar, which provides a simple way of displaying or hiding parts of the model. Sometimes called Plot Erase or Show No Show, Draw Erase is a quick way to turn on or off parts of the model without having to set up groups or layers. Let's use this sample model to see how it works. The Draw Erase toolbar can be set to be active or not, and you can use it to draw or erase geometry or elements according to various criteria such as materials or properties. In this case, we're switching off elements that have a particular property. You can also flip between what's drawn and erased so that entities that were drawn are now erased and vice versa. And once you're done, you can easily reset the tool. There's also an element mode if you want to select elements one at a time, and there are some other tools such as growing, allowing you to grow or shrink the erased section interactively. Draw Erase provides an easy way to hide part of the model to allow you to look inside. Other capabilities allow you to link the geometry and mesh, so if you turn off geometry, all the associated mesh will turn off at the same time. You can also save what you're viewing into a group for use later on, and you can load an existing group into the Draw Erase tool. In previous versions of Femap and many other pre- and post-processors, when you zoom into the model, you just keep getting closer to the view of the outside elements or geometry. You never go through or into the model. Roll-through is a mode where you can actually go into the model, turn around, and see what's behind you. This greatly aids visualization as you can view the interior of the model without having to create groups of entities to hide or blank off. Let's take a look at this wing model. By zooming in, we can now get inside the wing and turn around and view the structure that's behind us. You can also view results and deformations in this mode, and see the results as they are inside the model. Version 11.3 sees some fundamental changes to the way you can rotate and view the model in Femap. In previous versions, you would pick a rotation point or, by default, rotate about the view center. With these methods, sometimes rotating about these points would cause the model to move off the screen completely. To fix this, a new Rotate Around Cursor method has been introduced. A point in the model closest to the position of the cursor when the rotation command is initiated is the point around which the model will be rotated. This means when you are zoomed in doing some detailed work close in on a part of the model, you now have much better control of the view rotation, and the model will not spin out of view. Again, you can opt to turn this new method on or off to use the older methods if desired. There are some other rotation options that have been added as well. You can now specify a coordinate system to rotate about so that you can use the X, Y, or Z axes of any coordinate system in the model, which allows you to rotate the model around a local axis. Femap 11.3 now has more support for the touch interface, including two-finger panning and zooming, etc. With this methodology, you always zoom about the center of where you are picking, and a similar approach for the mouse has now been introduced into Femap. You can now switch on Zoom Around Cursor, and instead of zooming about the center of the screen, you can now zoom about a point in the model closest to the position of the cursor. Like Rotate Around Cursor, this gives you much more control over model zooming and positioning, and you can opt to turn it off if you prefer the previous method of model zooming.